Today is a day that the #1 player in the world, Novak Djokovic, will forever remember. A day he's calling the biggest moment of his career. A day that has now put him with an elite group of players. Earlier today, Djokovic defeated #2 in the world, Andy Murray, in a grueling 4-game match to capture his first ever French Open title after previously losing it 4 other times in his career. The French Open was the Serbian's kryptonite, but he was finally able to win it and receive the 4th Grand Slam title, completing a career Grand Slam and joining only 8 other players in history to accomplish this feat.
Kayleena, something I know you were very excited about, as well as a lot of our viewers, I'm sure. Tonight, Game 4, Stanley Cup Finals.
Yep, this game was sure to live up to all the hypes and expectations going into this. Metallica even started this game off to get the crowd hyped up. And we're talking about the San Jose Sharks hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Sharks looking to tie this series up, and the Penguins are looking to take a commanding 3-game lead. Penguins take the early lead as Phil Kessel trails into the zone, takes a shot, and Ian Cole is there to rebound the goal right here. 1-0 Pens. Second period, and the Pens are going to go ahead and add another, this time off the power play. Kessel finds Evgeny Malkin in front for the tip-in goal, and these Pens are all fired up right now, but the Sharks finally able to break through in this one. Third period, Brendan Dillon with the wrister. Carlson is able to rebound this one in front for the score, and it's now a 2-1 game, but the Pens needed to add some insurance. 2 minutes left. Carl Hagelin to Eric Fair for the wrister goal. Pens win this game 3-1 to take the 3-1 series lead and send this game back to Pittsburgh. Arizona taking on Oklahoma State in the College World Series. The winner gets a trip to the finals, and Luis Boyd hits this one a deep left field. Kyle Lewis is going to round third and score right here. An RBI double in the books for Boyd. And then Zach Gibbons, he's going to go ahead and just add to this. Hits this one to right center field. Nobody is there to make the play. This allows Boyd to score. Arizona's up 4-0, and these boys are all kinds of pumped up at this point right here. And then Bobby Delbeck, he's going to get Costello swinging, and that is all it took. Arizona wins this one 5-1 to advance to their 8th College World Series final. My play of the day comes from Cincinnati. The legendary Pete Rose was inducted into the Reds Hall of Fame. It was a moment he has waited for and joked that he would only cry on the field once in his lifetime, referring to his record-breaking hit. A-Rod up to bat, and he rips this one to center for a base hit RBI single. Jacoby Ellsbury would come around to score, and the Yankees strike first, taking the 1-0 lead. CC Sabathia striking out Mark Trumbo with the bases loaded. And you know Buck Showalter, he is going to be none too pleased right here. Well, the Yanks eventually would load the bases, and Kevin Gausman strikes out Jacoby Ellsbury. And then the O's load the bases yet again. CC strikes out Trumbo for a 3rd time on the night, twice already with just the bases loaded. And then the bottom of the 8th would actually send this game into a little bit of a rain delay, but we eventually would pick it back up. Bases loaded, Matt Wieters pitch hit single off of Aroldis Chapman, scores 2 runs. Then the throwing error by Jacoby Ellsbury would score another run, and that is all it took as the Orioles beat the Yankees 3-1. Number 4, Easton versus St. Peter and Paul. Easton down with 4:21 left, and Ellie Roser goes around the defender into the net just to tie this game up, but it gets even better right here because 13.4 seconds left on the clock. She runs the ball up, scores the game-winning goal, and the Warriors were trailing by as much as 9 early on in the second half. They went on a huge run, scoring 10 unanswered goals to win it 12-11. Well, tonight is a night to look forward to as it's Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The Pittsburgh Penguins took Game 1 and 2 in Pittsburgh, with both games being decided by just 1 goal. But now it's Game 3, and it's a whole other story as it has shifted gears to the Golden State in front of what's sure to be a packed San Jose crowd. We're here with Mike Colligan, NHL analyst for Forbes Sports Money and the Hockey Writers. Now, Mike, with Game 3 shifting to the Shark Tank, what does this do to the Penguins' momentum that they built headed into this matchup?
The Penguins have been a team that has had an incredible amount of momentum this second half of the season.
We're here with Zach Boyer, Washington Times reporter who covers all things Caps. Now, Zach, many fans are left wondering what the heck happened to the Capitals. They go from having one of the best regular seasons on record to being sent home packing by the Pens in another early postseason exit.
I mean, I think a lot of it was the fact that they played against the Penguins team.
The Eagles just finished up their mandatory minicamp, which was open to the media, and one guy who had a front row seat was Comcast Sportsnet Derek Gunn. He's here to give us some insight on how they were looking. Now, Derek, the big question is, how is their first-rounder Carson Wentz looking out there?
On the surface, he's everything the Eagles expected him to be.
In Washington up to bat here, line drive is going to find Garrett Niepert. Then it's Niepert to Jacob Hicks to Remington Mangum. 4-6-3 double play would go ahead and end the inning right there. And then Colonel up to bat now. He hits this one to right field. Kenneth Nutter loses it in the sun, but somehow manages to catch it as he falls over. And then Chandler Heller up to bat now. He rips this line drive down the right field line. RBI single would score Caleb Walston, cutting Colonel's lead to 2 with the bases loaded. Then Jarrett Bennett gets the strikeout to end the inning. Colonels win 3-1 to improve to 8-0 on the season.
Another yellow.
Hitting the bullseye is hard enough. Now imagine hitting it and not being able to see it.
Nice job. That was right next to your first one.
Nathaniel and Gabriella do just that. They take part in Break the Barrier's blind and visually impaired archery class. A class that doesn't let how you see determine how you shoot.
I have 25. He has 18.
Friendly competitions among these two kids keep the fun going.
We adopted him when he was 4 years old from China, so he lived in an orphanage for 4 years, and because of his disabilities is why he was in an orphanage, and so to be at a place that embraces those disabilities is an amazing thing for him.
That's what this place is all about, breaking that barrier.
It's awesome that Gabriella, there's not a whole lot of things that she's able to participate in, and so this is something that she loves and can have that awesome identity in, and something she can learn and grow in and feel proud of. And so she loves it.
One whistle, right? So 2 whistles, come to line, get ready. 1 whistle, pull the arrow, start shooting.
This class is taught by Central Valley native and Paralympic gold medalist Jeff Fabry. He lost his arm and leg and still finds a way to shoot, with his mouth. Giving back and helping these students is what puts a smile on his face.
These 2 guys are great. I mean, every Monday, I know I'm going to have 2 kids rolling in here at 4 o'clock with a smile on their face wanting to shoot arrows.
These kids don't let their vision keep them from doing what they love.
For the end of the day for me, it's a big pick-me-up.
This is just another sport the visually impaired can't be excluded from. For Good Sports, Kayleena Speakman, Fresno State Focus. The DSU football team held their spring scrimmage earlier today. The Hornets enter their second season under the direction of head coach Kenny Carter, and they're hoping for better results than last year's 1-10 record.
We knew what we were going to get, and it wasn't unexpected. As we looked at personnel and have gone out and recruited and really had a chance to kind of get our kids to get them to understand the systems like we are, we expect to do really well.
The big question this spring is who will earn their starting job under center. Kobe Lane has developed after leading them to their only win a year ago, but now has been splitting time with Daniel Epperson, the San Bernardino transfer.
They do a great job of being unselfish with each other. So all they really care about is being productive offensively, and they both have a lot of similarity. So it's almost seamless when they go in and out.
One of the returning starters is sophomore Logan Westcott. With 1 season under his belt, he hopes he can be a leader for the Hornets defense.
Coming into this year as a starter and just I'm more comfortable with the system and coming in and knowing that I'm going to play a big role in this defense.
While there are key returners, there are also some new recruits, and they're hoping that the new pieces are able to bring a new life to this team.
We recruited a lot of good guys, and we have a lot of returners that made big plays last year, so I think we're just going to feed off of that. And then he just said we got to be together and play. We never have before.
And that mentality and a fresh start have brought confidence for the upcoming season.
Touchdown for the offense.
For this group to display its young talent mixed with its veteran leadership. Kayleena Speakman, 47 ABC.
We're here at the Showplace Arena in Upper Marlboro, Maryland for day 2 of the MPSSAA State Wrestling Tournament Finals. And the final match is just going to begin in a little bit. And we have 4 kids from the Bayside actually competing in the finals tonight. The Royals, of course, are in first place of the AL East, but the Blue Jays are not far behind. They are 2 games back, sitting in at 3rd place. Game time is slated for 7:05 p.m., and we will have all your highlights and updates after the game. And that's it for sports. Keep it right here. You're watching 47 ABC.